Okay, today we're seeing if the Yozma IN10 48 volt is better than the Strike Shadow 48 volt. Let's start with the Yozma IN10. The motor is a 2600 W motor. On the Strike is a 3000 W peak motor. The Yozma has 146 Newton meters of torque. The Strike doesn't show us how much torque it has, but let's say it's around the Yozma's torque, or even more. But let's give the point to the Yozma. The top speed on this bike is 40 miles per hour for the Yozma IN10 48 volt. And the top speed of the Strike is 34 miles per hour. It has a 23.4 amp hour battery, but the Strike has a 23.4 amp hour battery. The range on the Yozma IN10 Pro is 53. But on the Strike, you can't really see the range. But let's say it's around the same. But let's give the point to the Yozma. Then the max load is 265 lbs. But the weight capacity on the 48 volt Strike is only 180 lbs. Off looks, Yozma has a sleeker design than the Strike. Strike, but the Strike has a more modern design. But the Yozma has the wheels look more knobby, so it's more for dirt riding, as it looks like. As you can see, the Strikes is not as knobby, so that's one major detail. One thing about the Yozma IN10, it only comes in 2 colorways, but the Strike comes in 3 colorways. That all look good for their prospective rider, but the Yozma definitely got the red though. I like the Yozma seat better. It's more sleek, and like it's all round the way. But the Strike seat is like half rigid, and then the rest is just narrow, and I don't like that on the Strike. The Yozma has 4 different accessories you can add. There is no accessories you can add on like the Strike, but on the bike page. But there is parts, and we are able to count that. As you see, we have a way more bigger catalog for the Strike and everything. And we have like 3 pages for it. And that's one big major detail. And that's my review of the Yozma against the Strike. But I think the Yozma won this one because it's more simpler. And even though it tops out in most of the categories. To add on, all bikes are just good bike, and it really doesn't matter what bike you get. It just only matters on the preference you want. As you can see, you might get the Shadow 72 volt, and it might be better than the Yozma IN10 Pro in your opinion. It's all about the opinions that you have for the bike you want.